Hello everyone, welcome to my The Real Housewives of Atlanta official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. On this week's episode of The Real Housewives of Atlanta, Sanya Richards-Ross spoke up about some of the most painful moments from her devastating pregnancy loss. The 38-year-old Olympic track and field winner revealed in the season finale that she lost her pregnancy after announcing earlier in the year that she was expecting her second child. Everything was fine at my 5-week checkup, but when I back to Dr. Jackie for my 7-week checkup, she told me that the baby wasn't growing and it looked like it was no longer a viable pregnancy, she said in a confessional. She said that following a weekend in New York, she scheduled a dilation and curettage, D&C, and experienced the most traumatic miscarriage. I was driven to the hospital in an ambulance with haste. She sobbed as she said, "I needed a blood transfusion because I lost so much blood. Especially not having Ross there, being by myself, it was really, really hard." The hardest thing, according to reality personality Richards-Ross, was informing her son Aaron Jermaine, often known as Deuce 6. Richards-Ross and her husband, former NFL player Aaron Ross, are parents to a 6-year-old boy. I kept thinking about telling him or not, but without fail, he would put his hand on my stomach every single night and ask God to grant us a healthy child, preferably a girl. Richards-Ross sobbed as she told her mother what was going on. Ross and I decided not to inform Deuce as a result. He doesn't understand the timeline and all that stuff, so we're just going to try right away. I felt like I was being so false when I said that Deuce was the love of my life and that I loved him so much that the first night I returned and he said the prayer and it broke my heart. I don't want to lie to him, she asked. And I told Ross, baby, I can't not tell him, when we spoke. I told him, Deucey, something happened, and I lost the baby when Mommy was in New York. And he just began to cry, she sobbed. He asked, what? How? He just broke down in tears. Are you okay? He said, she wailed. I replied, Deucey, I'm fine. Are you okay? And he responded, no. I really wanted my baby sister, he declared. Speaking candidly with People about the miscarriage last month, Richards-Ross described the event as extremely traumatic. I experienced a terrible miscarriage while I was in New York. I needed to see the hospital. My blood needed to be transfused. It was quite frightening. You already opened your heart to becoming a mom, so it was awful, she continues. Even just talking about it, it really was a difficult time. But Richards-Ross saw a sea change as a result of the agonizing loss. After a few years of major life changes, as viewers of Real Housewives of Atlanta have witnessed, she had been reluctant to have another kid. I think a lot of women can relate to this too, but when you become a mom, you can sometimes question, what's my identity now going to be outside of the home? Stated Richards-Ross. I used to be an athlete for Team USA, competing all over the world. Then all these changes in our lives, having a boy and quitting sports, hit Ross and me at the same time. Our relationship, which had been like a honeymoon 14 years before the birth of our kid, was hit like a cyclone, and that was somewhat daunting. Richards-Ross continued, don't get me wrong, Aaron, and I loved being parents. But after all these years, we had finally settled into a routine where we knew exactly how we wanted to raise our children. We were back in equilibrium, with me working again and us speaking well once more. I therefore doubted that I would have another child. According to Richards-Ross, the miscarriage put everything in perspective, as she stated to People. Until then, I had no idea how much I truly wanted to become a mother again or how fortunate I am to be a mother. And I thought, what the heck? My family comes first, followed by all the other things I enjoy doing, like working. I'm certain that if I follow through and put my family first, everything else will follow. Fortunate for Richards-Ross, she became pregnant once more around a month after. Since it's a geriatric pregnancy at my age, I was anxious that the window had begun to close. I also wasn't prepared to experience that kind of physical, mental, and emotional suffering again after the miscarriage. However, my physician reassured me that everything appears fine, and sure enough, it was effective. "It's going to be the best Christmas gift ever," she says with a grin. "But I'm so much happy and clearer about this now. I'm confident in my ability. Before I've done it, I've got the backing. I am aware of what to anticipate. I can't wait to meet this baby." At BravoCon 2023, Drew Sidora was not present in the action. Despite having previously been confirmed to participate on the Viva Las Atlanta Peaches panel on Friday alongside her co-stars, the Real Housewives of Atlanta actress did not attend the Bravo fan convention in Las Vegas. Without Sidora, Candy Burris, Kenya Moore, Marlo Hampton, Sanya Richards-Ross, and Sherry Whitfield shared details on the teen's incredible season with moderator X Mayo. People contacted a Sidora representative. Rep for Bravo remained silent. Sidora's continued divorce from Ralph Pittman, which is still pending, is the reason for her absence, a source close to the celebrity tells POPL. Both parties are still in mediation and have not reached a settlement. Sidora and Pittman didn't start dating until the following March, but they first crossed paths in 2013 when she was in Los Angeles promoting her role as Tian Thibault Watkins in the VH1 original film Crazy Sexicool, the TLC story. 3 months after their first date, in June 2014, Pittman made the proposal. That August, they exchanged vows on the beach at dusk. Son Machai, 8, and daughter Anaya, 5, are the children of the ex-couple. Sidora is also the mother of her 12-year-old son Joseph from a previous union. When Sidora returned to RHOA for season 13, fans were introduced to the family of 5. The couple's romance was quickly revealed when, in the second episode of the season, Sidora and Pittman got into a quarrel over their anniversary dinner. Signs of trouble persisted throughout the years, and on March 3, 2023, only 61 minutes apart, they filed for dual divorce, days after season 15's formal production concluded. First, Sidora filed a petition in which she unleashed a barrage of accusations against her Pittman, calling him a serial cheater and adulterer who had financially and psychologically mistreated her, going so far as to become physically aggressive with her at one point. She told POPL in June, "I obviously stand by everything in the petition. It was merely the result of several events that shouldn't have occurred in a marriage, and I believe it was really difficult to be unable to take responsibility for it, to apologize for it, to go through it, to care about my emotional state, and want to work on and repair that." However, Pittman insisted in a response filing that he was never aggressive or unfaithful, refuting all of her allegations. "My entire being is devoted to my spouse." He also spoke to POPL in June. "It is no secret that marriage is a challenging journey, one that is not for the faint of heart. My family is the most important thing in my life, and I've committed myself to supporting, motivating, and standing by my wife and kids. Even though the true reason behind my divorce request is known to us, I'm using this time to reflect more and strive to be the best version of myself," he said. "I genuinely apologize for my involvement in the decline of our relationship, but I stand by my response to the petition. The changing of the seasons gives me hope and optimism for better times to come." Sidora's absence from BravoCon coincides with growing rumors that the network may be preparing a complete makeover of the show for season 16, much like they did with Real Housewives of New York City for season 14. Normally, RHOA's production would be in full swing, but executive producer Andy Cohen has stated that the program is taking a brief break to sort things out. When asked about the reboot rumors on Saturday's BravoCon, Cohen told the audience that although RHOA's success showed that a recast can be done and done well, he didn't think RHOA would undergo one anytime soon. "I always love building with what we have," he stated. "I think Atlanta has some really strong building blocks that are already there, and we have a growth opportunity for Atlanta." So what do you guys think about this update? Let me know in the comments below. And if you like my videos, please press like and subscribe for more. I'll see you guys next time.